Hey everyone. All right, you guys can hear me. I'm laughing at this chat right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat. It is Monday. What day is it today? The 13th. I had to go run to the DMV and do my renewal, and I forgot how much I hate going to the DMV. So what had happened was I needed an admissions. Admissions is like, it's been a minute, come to the office. I don't know, so I had to go handle that. And now I know why I don't like going to big county buildings because of the wait. I don't know, the wait. The people during the wait, and then the people behind the counter, and I just sit there and I'm like, give me my damn stickers. I'm driving dirty right now. Give me my stickers. It is what it is. No arrested rabbit today. I am here. Lack of sleep. Baby bunny is teething. Okay, sucks, but it's happening. Shout out to baby bunny. She's being really good about it, but I'm here. Let me. Ooh, sorry. Fix this real quick. Let me shout everybody out. Members. Okay, I have Miss Kathy P, Karma. Who else? SW, welcome. Shout out to Cash. I think I saw Cash earlier yesterday in the chat. Karma's in the house. Liz, Peekaboo, Wim, Darcy, Daisy, Sarah. Oh my gosh, Tinkle Tits. Tinkle Tits. Shout out to Tinkle Tits. Dee Dee. Chico. How are you, Chico? Bobby and Jess 360. Yes, you caught it. Bunny. Oh my god. Felony. Blonde. Me, you. Ben Dreaming. Yes, Sakina. Who else? Who else? Who else? Members. Daisy, how are you? I was driving. I'm not going to lie to you. I was driving dirty. I was driving dirty. You know, as they say. But I'm here, Peekaboo. I made it. I was driving dirty. Felony, felony, welcome. Yes, everybody, welcome, welcome. How are you, Anthony? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Oh my gosh, how are you guys? I've got words. Kathy, I think I said hello to you. Welcome. Baby Bunny is the CEO of this channel, so do apologize. I got to do it. That's right, Big C. Now you tell them you got to do what you got to do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, look, I'm driving dirty. You pull me over, officer. I'm really just trying to get to my renewal that I was trying to do online, but your system sucks. So I'm having to walk into this building where these people don't even want me there and I don't want to be there. It's mutual. It's mutual. Don't judge me. It's mutual. I know half of you guys. I got 93 people in here. I know you've driven dirty before. I just haven't told anybody. It is what it is. Oh my gosh. Baby Bunny's baby bunny. Baby Bunny's baby bunny. Yes, SW. I hope you're healing well. I'm hanging in there because I guess not going to complain. I know. How are you doing, Chico? I know you have been through some stuff. Everybody here between everybody's got something going on, yo. So yeah, shout out to you guys. CL, how are you, my love? How are you guys? It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah, you gotta heal that foot. You gotta heal that foot. And you gotta stay off of it if you need to. Can't be on your foot. You got a ticket for driving dirty? Now tell me you were driving to the DMV. Because I was driving to the DMV. I wasn't just like driving dirty because I wanted to drive dirty. I was driving to the DMV. So I was driving dirty while driving to the DMV. Judge me all you want. I'm up to date with my Ooh, excuse me, Tinkle Tits. But I don't have my car. You feel like you're driving dirty. I need to print that thing out. Some states don't even require you to have that. Lost in Space, how are you? Oh my gosh. Hope you guys had a great weekend. But Tinkle Tits had to remind me, look, I'm good, but I don't have the thing in there. So I'm technically driving dirty. Some states don't require you to have your registration in your car anymore. I remember back in the day where you had to sign your registration. Some states don't even require that. There is no space for it. I've walked dirty before, stepped on dog shit. Me, you. Me, you. Wim says my license is valid for 10 years. Look at that. Well, the license is fine. It's the stickers on the car plate, like your renewal. If you're not renewed, you're driving dirty. That's what it is. Now, there was a year. Let me tell you. Thank God. Where's my wood? Knock on wood. I have wood over here. Thank God. There was one year. It was a couple. Well, Was this maybe a year ago or 2? I can't even remember. It was some time ago where, I was I needed to renew my license, all right? So I was driving not only dirty on the license, but dirty on the plates. That has happened before, and I had to rush over there to get it done. I waited the last minute, blamed the ADHD, but I got it all done in one day. It was great. It was great. Oh, you have to show proof of of insurance. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. You're not judging me. Good. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. It happens. Tabs are spendy, yes. But anyways, let me stop because now we going into this other area of driving dirty, and that's just TMI for me telling everybody that I was driving dirty. All right, we gotta start. We gotta start. We gotta start. Why don't we start with hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. Thank you so much for being on my channel. Much shout out and love to my members. Ooh, I did not know that. You guys don't have stickers. Well, lucky you. Lucky you. Um, yeah, that's true. So let me tell you what happened. There's been a couple updates going on, right? Why don't we start with Julia first? Okay. Let's go to Julia's situation. But at the same time, I'm really confusional because I haven't seen anything posted on Fi's IG per se. I feel like Fi's IG, I just don't know what to believe. I don't know what is reputable anymore when it comes to these sources. And honestly, like, um, I've been learning so much about this situation in the sense that, like, I don't know. I know that this woman, my understanding is that Julia is in the US staying with Fi. There's an account on IG that is not Julia's account, but that's impersonating Julia. And that's a huge, huge, huge thing. Because they're posting, like, I guess every time they have pictures, they'll post them in there. Supposedly, Fi and Julia are together. I'm just really confused. I'm confused. I don't know what to think at this point. So the article reads, this is one that I found, and this was literally posted today. DNA update after woman claims to be Madeleine McCann. A Polish woman who believes that she's Madeleine McCann has submitted samples for forensic testing. Where did she submit them? I don't know. I don't know. How much credit do I give this? I don't know. I don't know. Why is it taking all of this? I don't know. A Polish woman who believes she could be Madeleine McCann has submitted samples for forensic testing to determine if she's the missing Brit. Julia Faustina, who goes by Julia Wendell, has been claiming on Instagram, we all know that, and TikTok, that she may be the child who disappeared from a family holiday in Portugal in 2007 due to similarities in age and different in appearance. There is no similarity to age. You're either the age that she would be today, which is 19, or you're not. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if the psychic lady just photoshopped the DNA test. Lord have mercy. At this point, I mean, what can we believe? Since she photoshopped so much of her own credentials, right? I don't believe anything that any of these people say at this point. None of these people have any credibility. She has gained so many followers. The 21-year-old has submitted sample. Look at this, what it says. The 21-year-old has submitted samples for 3 different forensic examinations that will outline her DNA sequence along with a 23andMe style genetic test to establish her ancestry. Private investigator Dr. Fia Johansson told Radar Online. Thank you, my love, for the 4.99. Do you think there's a Netflix show on Madeline? It's good. Oh, did you know that there's a Netflix show on Madeline? It's good, but will make you cry. I say no way Julia is Madeline. I think she walked into the ocean. Oh, I don't let me tell you something. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann, I remember when it hit media, and I couldn't watch everything that was being said because there was just so much. It was crazy the amount of coverage, and then I remember how they blamed the parents, and I felt some type of way about that too, but then, like, I the parents had left her, and I guess that's something that they had done before. Maybe that's how they culturally believe that's what they need to do to their children. I don't know what to believe. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, SW, for the 4.99. I don't know if anything pertaining to kids makes me feel some type of way when I watch. Should we review it? You guys want us to review it on this channel? This documentary on Netflix for Madeleine McCann? Let me know in the chat if you guys have watched it. I would have to go and watch it, and you know how I do, take notes and everything. Let me go ahead and tell me your thoughts in the chat about it. Let me see if I can do a poll real quick. Lord have mercy. Hurry up and work. I need to get me like a magic mouse. Is that what it's called? A magic mouse if you have a MacBook? It's just so sensitive. Should we review the Netflix doc on Maddie McCann? Yes, no. All right, I'm asking. Everybody go vote. And make sure I have 141 people in here. I see 58 likes. Can I get a little bit more likes for my likeness? For my channel likeness. Thank you. You guys said yes, yes. All right, all right. Let's see how many votes we get in here. It's 9 hours long. Lord have mercy. All right. Okay. How many SW? How many parts is there to it? Oh, all right then. Look at the poll. Look at that poll. Look at that poll. How many parts is there, SW, for it? Like, is it like a 3-part docuseries or what is it? Yes, thank you. It's not a British culture thing to leave your children alone in a room, whilst dining room. That's a huge thing when folks heard about this. Really? Thank you for clarifying that, because I definitely don't want to pin that on a culture. Do you feel like that was just a lack of responsibility by the parents? It's 9 episodes? All right. I'll have to think about this one because I don't want to go live and talk about 9 episodes. We might have to chop that up a little bit because that's intense. Yeah, it's called a magic mouse. Thank you, Tina. I was like, I need a magic mouse. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I see the poll, so I'll definitely consider it. I'll review it and then kind of go from there. Um, okay, so this is when they were together. And so you have the detective slash psychic medium that is going to, I guess she took DNA samples. I don't know. I thought they weren't doing the DNA. But Dr. Johansson urged the family to consider DNA and to get in touch with us directly so that we can discuss the case with them rather than releasing online statements. Some of the information Julia told us and the evidence we've seen doesn't match what the family are saying, so we would like to talk about it directly with them, she told the Sun. It seems suspicious to me that Julia's family will not take the test, which could clear these claims up very quickly. I don't think it's suspicious. I think I'm sorry, I don't think it's suspicious. That's just my opinion. Fi. This is her IG. She says, "When I decided to get involved in such a sensitive and high-profile case, I had no idea that I'd be uncovering another shocking truth." I guess that's her shocking truth face. With the mouth open. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know. Okay, so it's 9 lives. All right, so let me figure out how I would do that. But you gonna watch all 9 episodes with me and be able to review it? Or would it make sense? I definitely it's confirmed 9 episodes. All right. Let me figure out how to do this. Yeah, a lot of people got angry when they heard they'd done this, left the kids unattended. Seems to be something their group did when the adults wanted to eat in the evening. I don't know, guys. I don't know about this one. No offense, but I would never leave my kids alone crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's a hard one. All right. And I'm gonna have to if I watch this, it's probably gonna bring a lot of memories of when that happened. Um, Let me figure out how I want to do this. All right, because it is 9 episodes, and 9 episodes that takes a lot of time to review. And the way I review things, I have to rewatch things over. So maybe I'll consider it. I'll see how I do it. We can do 3 episodes at a time. Maybe that might be the best because this story is gonna keep going, I think, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? No, not in the 90s. She went missing in 2007. It makes sense. People come back to her Insta. This is just what I make of it. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I think if we did like a 3 episode review of the docuseries, I can do that. I can do that. But again, my attention span is like this, 1 through 3, and then I'm out. You know, we'll jump into the other ones. That shouldn't be too bad. That would be like what? I'm counting with my fingers. I'm like nine, nine. That would be at least 3 lives reviewing the doc. We can do that. Hey, Chloe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, okay? And the poll is there if you guys feel different. I'm just going by the poll. 80, look, I'm getting a lot of votes. All right. Should we review it? And we can do it in 3 parts, 3 different lives. Okay. I think I'm going to start doing a playlist where we do Netflix reviews because I definitely want to review the David Koresh docuseries that's coming up next week, the 22nd, I think. Um, yeah, 3 lives. All right. Well, then all of you guys that voted yes better be on that live because if I'm there and I only have 10 people, I'm going to be very upset. It needs to be a big review. Okay? So everybody bring your pets, bring your, significant others where you wanted me to review. I got 81 votes so far. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Wow, that is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, David Koresh is going to be very interesting. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll do a 3-parter if it's 9 episodes. And everybody better be there. Everybody. You'll be there. All right, Sarah says she'll be there. Okay, cool. I feel good about it. Um Miss Wee Lassie says she's gonna bring some popcorn for us virtually. Thank you, Miss Wee. If only 10 there, then a smaller bag of popcorn to pass around. Somebody bring the margaritas. We'll make it a night. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, okay? You'll be, aw, you guys are awesome. Layla says she'll be there. All right, that's it. I got more than 10 people said they'll be there. You don't have Netflix? I'm sorry. I would love to share my stuff, but I can't. Infamous, welcome, Infamous. Jasmina, welcome. You'll try. Okay. All right. We'll make it a date. A date with the rabbit. We'll review this and we'll start first 3 episodes. I'll put it out there. I'll start doing the thumbnail. I'll put like a part 1, part 2, part 3. Okay. Let's get it together. So those that are wanting an update, it sounds like allegedly, because I haven't seen anything that would confirm such a thing. Um, DNA has been submitted to what? I don't know. Forensics. What are they going to compare it to? I'm not really sure. Do they have a court order? I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, we did a review of it, Maggie. We already reviewed it maybe about a week ago. Go check it out. It's definitely a weird, but I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a Netflix review playlist. So those that want us to review movies, we can do it together. I think it's a great idea. Okay, we got to move on. We got to move on. I want to move on to the Shanquella Robinson situation, okay? Let's go to Shanquella. Well, let me do this. Hold up. Should we do Shanquella or should we do Debbie Collier? I feel like Shanquella is a good. We definitely need to bring because we've been following the case, right? And what's been happening here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Shanquella Robinson right now. So this is the Charlotte Observer, their local newspaper. Newspaper. We don't do newspaper. Website. News organization. I keep thinking of newspapers. So the Charlotte Observer, Biden, what are you going to do as lawyer about lawyer's family? Ask lawyer family of Shanquella Robinson. Lord have mercy, I can't even read. Let me go ahead and play this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I guess I had this interview with the attorney. Let me know your thoughts.
We start with those new developments in the mysterious death of a Charlotte woman in Mexico. Shanquella Robinson died last October on a trip to Cabo. Now, Mexican authorities are investigating her death as a homicide and say they have a suspect.
Channel 9's Joe Bruno has followed every development in this investigation. And Joe, today you talked to the family's attorney.
The attorney for Shanquella Robinson's family is calling for a high-level diplomatic intervention.
Oh, they
She says the
should.
Mexican attorney general indicated they've finished their investigation, prepared an extradition packet, and forwarded it through all the proper channels. She says the next move belongs to the U.S. government.
The call of action at this time is that we have to demand a high level of diplomatic intervention. That's the only thing that's going to move this case.
Attorney Sue Ann Robinson is representing Shanquella Robinson's family and just returned from a fact-finding mission in Mexico. The people traveling with Shanquella on that trip last October claimed she died of alcohol poisoning, but an autopsy listed a broken neck and spinal cord injury as her cause of death. Then a video surfaced of her being attacked by someone on that trip. Her family's attorney says the U.S.
I
government
turned it up.
needs to do
Everybody
something.
can hear it.
They're
We'll
not
replay
asking
it.
for anything different or unique or special. They're asking for what any U.S. citizen is entitled to, which would be for their government to intervene on their behalf in a situation like this and make sure that the people who murdered their daughter is brought to justice.
Sue Ann Robinson says in Mexico, she and her team received no assistance from the consulate, and they couldn't question the doctor because she no longer works for the medical center. She says they had to create a path for themselves, but left with a better understanding of where the case stands. And on Friday, she, Shanquella's family, and activists will rally in D.C., calling on the State Department to take action.
The ball is in our court.
The State Department wouldn't talk to me about this case, saying they don't.
Ooh, hold up 1 minute. Hold up. He said Friday they were going to rally, but this came out March 7th, and the rally was March 3rd. So this might have been 2 Fridays ago.
Comment on extraditions, but the FBI told me the investigation is ongoing and that it's working with the Department of Justice.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Okay, Joe.
Let me stop this right here because I know you guys didn't hear it from the beginning. It's only about 2 minutes.
We start with those new developments in the mysterious death of a Charlotte woman in Mexico. Shanquella Robinson died last October on a trip to Cabo. Now, Mexican authorities are investigating her death as a homicide and say they have a suspect.
Channel 9's Joe Bruno has followed every development in this investigation. And Joe, today you talked to the family's attorney.
The attorney for Shanquella Robinson's family is calling for a high-level diplomatic intervention. She says the Mexican attorney general indicated they've finished their investigation, prepared an extradition packet, and forwarded it through all the proper channels. She says the next move belongs to the U.S. government.
The call of action at this time is that we have to demand a high level of diplomatic intervention. That's the only thing that's going to move this case.
Attorney Sue Ann Robinson is representing Shanquella Robinson's family and just returned from a fact-finding mission in Mexico. The people traveling with Shanquella on that trip last October claimed she died of alcohol poisoning, but an autopsy listed a broken neck and spinal cord injury as her cause of death. Then a video surfaced of her being attacked by someone on that trip. Her family's attorney says the U.S. government needs to do something.
They're not asking for anything different or unique or special. They're asking for what any U.S. citizen is entitled to, which would be for their government to intervene on their behalf in a situation like this and make sure that the people who murdered their daughter is brought to justice.
Let me stop it right here. So on March 3rd, when they had the rally, you had Ben Crump, you had the family attorney, you had other people. I think it was, who was it? A lot of prominent people, right, that were protesting. I was under the impression, and this is because Daniel de la Rosa Anaya said this too in the press conference, that their investigation had concluded and they had given their information over to the U.S. They were waiting for the U.S. They said they gave the notice to the Interpol for all this to kind of be organized and go down the way it needed to, right? Well, that is what the rally came back and let everybody know. Thank you, Tamika Mallory was one, and there were some other ones there too. Mario was there as Mario Black. Shout out to Mario Black. There were so many other people there as well. So it looks like the rally was, I thought it was the 3rd. It was the 10th? Was there another rally on the 10th? Leanne, let me know. I'd like to know for sure. I will say this, it's unfortunate it's been quiet, but the facts that this happened in different countries is a huge contributor, in my opinion. People have a hard time talking to each other here. You know, both ways, I think, because I was thinking about this the other day. I said, well, um, wouldn't the video, if they were to look in this case in Mexico and say, yeah, they're willing to prosecute there, but they're going by the leadership of the United States. What is it that the US wants to do? They're still waiting. The video itself could be evidence, but we don't know what else is out there. I mean, we don't have a confession that we know of, right? There's a lot has been tight-lipped. Um, how do I say this? Outside of the video, what else is there for them to try this case? Could the argument be made that the video is circumstantial? That's my biggest worry too. Did they? Okay, I missed that one. Clearly I missed that one because we're on March 13th. What happens when you live in a farm, when you live in a farm country? I don't know. I don't know, this don't have to do with any case, but I spent okay. All right, guys. The video was the evidence so that there was not much work for the investigation to do, so it makes no sense. Okay. The video worked for the Murdaugh cases, Valerie. The country does need to step in. It definitely does. Thank you, Infamous, for that. So I'm just kind of wondering, as it happened in Mexico, does the U.S. courts even have jurisdiction? I think that this is what I'm saying, Shelly. I think they can be given jurisdiction as well. Because my thought was the things that the FBI had been saying while this was going on, before Mexico concluded their investigation, they had been saying time and time again that they were waiting for their own investigation. So I have a feeling, and I've heard that they can prosecute. They can prosecute in Mexico, and they can prosecute here as well. But what I'm thinking is the video circumstantial evidence? Yeah, Rabbit, they sent the video over here in the US. Yes, so I started thinking about the video, and I said, we only know of one video. We've only seen of one, but I'm thinking about this kind of in a legal realm. I'm just wondering, outside of the video, what else would they have? Are they going to have like witnesses, confessions, statements, or anything like that? I'm curious to know what's going to happen here. This is one of the first case of this generation where people are involved, are not online continuously trying to snitch on each other. Layla, do you think it's because they don't have like confessions yet? Like wait until maybe there's like written statements or things can come out of there. I can't believe Zoya, I'm there with you. I'm concerned too. You know? I'm there with you on that one. I'm there with you on that one. Mm-mm-mm. Wow, Rabbit, isn't the treaty that the US and Mexico have is what could be holding things up? I don't think so. Um, I feel like if Mexico is saying we've concluded our investigation and they're willing to move forward, the ball is on the US, hence what this report is saying. The ball is on the US. This is just taking away too long to get justice. Also, more than one arrest warrant needs to be provided and served. I agree, Kathy. Sadly, this happens all the time when the Americans are killed in Mexico. It's a back and forth between the two governments, right? A broken neck is very sus. What is it? Atlas luxation? It took me forever to learn how to say that. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't say it right away. Let me look at the poll because I did put this poll up. In your opinion, should charges be filed in Mexico or in the US? I have 68 votes. If you guys want to vote, please vote. I have 182 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button while you're voting. I'll wait for everybody to vote. But if there is the opportunity for charges to be filed in the US, okay, should they be filed in the US or in Mexico? I want you to keep another thing in mind. Mexico doesn't have a death penalty. Okay? So if that's like, if you feel like justice should be, driven through this means of punishment, note Mexico doesn't have a death penalty. The prison system is horrible, don't get me wrong, but Mexico doesn't have a death penalty. Oh, no, I hear you, Zoya. This is what I want to know. Is the holdup the video? Is it because the video seen as circumstantial evidence? Could that be the holdup? That is the thing that I've been pondering over and over. Like, the video to me is very telling. It's very, in my opinion, a big piece of evidence. But as far as the fact that she was murdered, um, I don't know. Patty says that the only thing holding this is only thing I can't even read. The only thing holding this up is extradition. Mexico has jurisdiction. But Patty, Mexico said, US, the investigation's done. Here you go. What are they already send the information to Interpol. Then Mexico is saying we're waiting on the US. Why hasn't the US said anything? So now people are seeking out for Biden. Do we know anything else about Alexandra? I don't. I don't. Do you? Oh, yeah, but do you want to live your life out of Mexican jail? No, thank you. Yeah, Mexican jail is no joke. But hey, you know? Zoya says US, the death penalty, the crime was horrific. Typo, the weird word is supposed to say Shanquella. No worries, infamous. I still think that the cartel just handed over those people. We're not talking about the cartel right now, Remy. You're so funny. You're so funny. Um, and I have to, guys, speaking of the cartel, listen, the cartel is mad at the rabbit right now because they got a hold of YouTube and they told YouTube you need to flag this video, which is it's still up there, but it's what they call on yellow because I cannot be speaking about the cartel. The cartel has people that work in YouTube, apparently. They got them in high places, they got them up on the YouTube. I don't know how this happens. But Layla says, I think because this happened in a foreign country, those involved are feeling like the little bit that is out there isn't enough for them to get extradited. Once one actually gets charged, DA, others will start singing, right? Right. Thank you, Blonde Bomb. No worries. I don't think any US officials have said anything publicly. They haven't. You said Mexican jails are worse? Lord have mercy. I mean, they are. We interviewed somebody here who survived the Mexican jail. Keep that in mind. You guys remember that? Let me look at the poll now. I'm kind of curious. All right, so we got some more movement here. We got 88 votes. If you're voting on the poll, please hit that like button. Thank you so much. In your opinion, should charges be filed in Mexico or the US for the Shanquella Robinson case? This poll is interesting. 57% said Mexico, 43% said US. This is interesting. Some of you guys are kind of straddling in there. Okay, the poll is all right, all right. Mind you, again, Mexico does not have the death penalty. Okay? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Right. Right. The incompetent people that that tended to her should be charged as well. Nurse Bev, I agree with you on that one too. Yeah, the cartel rolls deep. Right. In Mexico, femicide. Yes. Yeah, living in Mexican jail would be interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Brianne. My other question would be, would Mexico take a bribe money from whoever committed the crime? I don't know how their system works down there or how corrupt it is. I don't know. I didn't vote because I think, ooh, Shelly, I think there should be charges in both. Okay. Okay. I mean, I agree with you too. I'm thinking about this video too. I'm thinking about what is taking so long. Oh my goodness. I hope you're feeling better. My next two read. I hope you're feeling better. Seen as their American citizens crime in Mexico. I don't see it being taken out of Mexico, in my opinion. I don't think it should. All right. Okay. I think the United States is waiting for more evidence against the rest of the people. Darcy, that's my thought too. Um, that's my thought too, actually. That's kind of where my mind is at. I'm wondering if this is just my look, this is just my own thoughts on this. Is it possible that the video is just circumstantial and they're maybe in their investigation, they're waiting for like a confession, or maybe there's more that's gonna we don't know. We don't know if these people have been interviewed. We don't know anything. If you guys remember when I interviewed attorney Dimitri, and I might just upload that interview itself again so you guys can rewatch it and understand where we're at, and maybe that might be helpful. Okay, and that was maybe about 2 months ago that I interviewed him. Really, really cool guy, attorney Dimitri. So I'll re-upload that, just the interview. We had it, I want to say 2 months ago, but that way you guys can rewatch it and let me know your thoughts about it. And we did like a live interview. After all that has been said and done, the Cabo Six is served to suffer in the Mexican prison. All right. Okay. All right. This is very tight-lipped on the United States side, says Darcy, right? Right? The percentage rate for them being convicted of set aside in Mexico, factually extremely low. Yes, it is infamous. Femicide cases. This is what I talked to about with the attorney. Femicide cases, percentage-wise, in Mexico, very easy to look for a loophole judicious, like in the justice system. So better, in my opinion, if there's an opportunity that US can take jurisdiction and try it here, yeah, because Mexico doesn't have a very well regulated system in their prisons overall. Thank you, Lane, for becoming a member. That's my thought. But I will do everybody a favor. I will re-upload that interview with attorney Dimitri so you guys can understand. We had a great conversation, and a lot of you guys asked fabulous questions about extradition and judicial processes, and I want to make sure everybody gets to see that again. Okay? All right. I want them in the Mexican jail, but I want to make sure America brings justice and needs. Yes, I agree with you, Lex. Shout out to Lex. Yes, yes. Okay. We have to move on to the next topic. But before we move on again, I'm going to re-upload those. Please wait for those. It'll be an easy upload. I'm also going to re-upload the interview that I had with oh my god, I forgot his name at the top of my head, but he survived the Mexican prison at the age of 17. Very interesting. So for those that are kind of wondering, well, what the Mexican prison is going to look like, how is that going to treat him, you'll be able to get a little bit of both. Okay, we have to move on to talk a little bit about Debbie Collier. Look, Debbie Collier has been someone that I was thinking about too, because I did report on her disappearance. And then it was reported, as autopsy came back, that it was a suicide. And I think it was, I was watching 10 to Life when she did the breakdown, right, of the video. This situation right here has not made sense to me since her disappearance. None of it. None of it. Autopsy for Georgia woman's suicide reveals extensive injuries previously unmentioned. I don't think she committed suicide. You guys are already saying it. Let me start this poll right now. You let me know your thoughts in the comments of what y'all think about this situation right now. Did Debbie Collier commit suicide? I know we have the autopsy report. Okay? And let me preface this even before. Let me write this a little bit different. Um, since the release of autopsy report. Do you still believe Debbie Collier committed suicide? Since the release of the autopsy report, do you believe this woman committed suicide? Yes? No? Not sure. Here you go. Vote. Go vote. And while you're voting, please hit that like button if you enjoy our channel and the commentary. Hey, Truth to Light, welcome. You said no. Wait, you guys are all saying no. Rem says, Remy says, only theory I can come up with is that she went to the light something, accidentally caught herself on fire, pulled over while using the tarp to damp fire out, stripped while running, and that's it. Remy, that is the most extensive theory that we have out there. God bless your heart. You typed all of that. It's very suspicious. It's very suspicious. Okay? Let me see where everybody's at in this poll. And I said, we got to talk about this in this channel. We got to talk about it. When I did the screenshot of the article, I said, we have to talk about this. Lord have mercy, 54 votes. 2% said yes. Now, I don't know if the 2% is a what is it? Poll trolls that we have out there. Shout out to you guys. I'm just going to say that maybe some of you guys believe that this was a suicide. If anybody's in the chat believes that this is a suicide, please let me know. I don't want to discredit anybody's opinions. But if you believe and you have a really good reason to believe, right? Like I said, I don't want to discredit anybody's thoughts. And Bunny, thank you so much for being a member for 1 month. Says Debbie's daughter is the only one that pushes the suicide theory. Her son doesn't even believe it. And who would light themselves on fire? Sounds sus to me. And it sounds sus to me too. Period. It does. Congrats, Bunny. Sakina, you think it looks lazy, sloppy work too? Ooh, police work. If anyone believes that suicide, please log off and disconnect your Wi-Fi. You already no, but I want to hear from somebody that actually believes that this was suicide. Crisscross says, shout out to Crisscross. Okay. Do you believe Crisscross? Let me ask you, because I want to see if anybody here, if you believe it. Hey, Gypsy Lola, happy birthday, Gypsy Lola. You guys, make sure you drop some hearts in the chat. Our member had a birthday here a couple days ago, her birthday. Crisscross, can you tell me, all right, because I don't know if you believe that this was a suicide because it was ruled a suicide. I know it was ruled a suicide, okay? I need to go review the report. I want to. Maybe that's what we should do. We should totally review the report. Should we review the report? I don't know if is it available publicly? You don't think it was a suicide? All right. I thought you thought it was a suicide. Someone lured her out of the way to that area for her, then led led her, led to where her cart was found. Car was found. Nobody goes and eats chicken meal before they end their life. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Wim, do you think this was a suicide? Let me know, Wim. You're one of the voice. Oh, you guys are all the voice of reason, at least for me. But I'm curious to know. What do you guys think? Is everybody voted? Has everybody voted? Let me see where everybody's at. Okay, I got 71 votes in the House. 204 people. Make sure you hit that like button, please, while you're voting. Okay, 72 people, 72 votes. 85% said no. 4% said yes. 11% said not sure. Wim says no, ma'am. Hell nah. Kelsey's like, no. Oh no. Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and watch this report? Because I think it's informative. Let's see what they say. And this was obviously released a couple weeks ago. It was published February 22nd, but I didn't really get into it until recently when it came into one of my what is it? One of my research things that I do for the channel. And now I'm really curious. But hey, let's watch. Hopefully we don't get a lot of ads.
All you have to do is point. Yes!
1-800-GOT-JUNK can make it disappear.
And that's why they all start dancing.
Woo!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Tonight, the daughter of a Habersham County woman whose death sparked more questions than answers is sharing her side of the story tonight. Fox 5 anchor Courtney Bryant is at the live desk. And Courtney, how does Amanda Bearden think Debbie Collier died?
Christine, Bearden says she thinks her mother took her own life.
Wow.
Debbie Collier was found partially nude, burned, and clutching a tree in Habersham County back in September. At first, authorities said they were investigating her death as a homicide, but have since backtracked on that. Bearden shared her story for the first time on the Crime on the Record podcast YouTube channel. She says her mother was depressed and had given away some of her possessions days before her death. Bearden denied any involvement in her mother's death. She told the podcaster she's already provided investigators with a sample of her DNA. She said rumors and online speculation have hurt her relationship with her family.
They were maybe in those woods 10 minutes. And the police officer came back and he said, "Come here." And I knew.
Bearden says law enforcement seized money from a Venmo payment her mother sent to her the day of her death. They've since released that money back to her. The FBI and GBI continue to investigate Collier's death. Tom?
All right, Courtney, thanks. The Herschel.
Now let's be fair. I don't think anybody. Ooh, no, don't start again. I don't think anybody's saying that she might have. I mean, unless you guys feel like she might have had something to do with it. The circumstance was
All you have to do
very
is point.
weird, in my opinion. Susk acting bad. Wow, the daughter whom she apparently sent all the money to with the cryptic message. Accidental suicide, maybe? I don't think it was intentional, says Trace. Okay, and then Clarice said that she accidentally hit the yes button. No worries, Clarice. She's like, discount one of those votes, please. I don't trust the daughter, not saying she had anything to do with it. Right. Daughter is too sus. Most family want to believe their loved ones unalive themselves, but this daughter, interesting. You know, that's an interesting point you say that. I don't know too many families, like maybe it's a religious thing too, because you know how like suicide is not always in depending on the religion, suicide is not always viewed as a thing that you even want to say somebody committed in the family, right? Hey, Heels. I've heard that time and time again. So I'm kind of curious to know. No, I did not. I'll have to look into that, Heels. Shout out to Heels in the air, guys. Make sure you guys check her out. Her own son said the video. It is not his mother. Okay. It's suspect, right? Like I just don't know. Sometimes suicide happens. People will look back and say, yeah, there was problems, red flags. Mother was very depressed. X, Y, and Z was going on. Right. But was there problems? Was there financial problems? Yes, it is a mortal sin, and I'm Catholic. I could say that. It is a mortal sin. Sometimes people try to cover suicide because of that, depending on what religion. So I don't know what religion they're in or what they worship, and I don't want to assume that, but you're absolutely right, SW. That's why I have it's weird. A lot of people don't really accept suicide unless it's something that has to be accepted. I don't know. That would be a good thing to find out. I don't know if she was, but I'm sure an investigation is being done. I have a feeling, and life insurance doesn't pay out suicides, But I initially remember this case being something about like they thought there was drug involvement, right? Something about a drug debt. Lord have mercy, those drug debt cases, I swear. Typically that's, at least that's how I have heard it. Devout Christians believe suicide means purgatory for eternity. That's what I've heard. You're absolutely right. So we don't know their religious beliefs, but I'm kind of curious to know. I don't know. Right, Brienne? Thank you for letting me know that. Just seems this was not a suicide, said Starcy. Okay, let me look at the poll. I haven't closed it. Okay, baby bunny. All right, we got 98 votes. Can we get to 100 votes? Do you guys believe? Look at this. We got 79% that said no. We need two more votes for 100 votes. I would love to see 100 votes here because that'll be helpful to kind of close this poll. If you have not voted, please go vote. It would be helpful to know everybody's thoughts about this. And I would love to see kind of where everybody lands. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I think we could close the poll now. We could definitely close this poll now. So I have 101 votes. 77% said no. I'm going to close it right now. 102. Here we go. And make sure you hit that like button, guys. Thank you. Here we go. There are your results right there. The money was the exact amount her daughter boyfriend said she better pay him back for destroying him. That's right, Lex. That the boyfriend was the other one. CL says, I'm so glad I'm agnostic. Someone who was in so much pain and ends their life. To me, I would never think of it as a mortal sin. I wouldn't knock anyone else who's dead no matter. No, I agree. CL, and I think like you're absolutely right. We cannot knock that, but and I'm just giving you kind of guys like this idea of depending on the religion, some religions don't even announce that someone committed suicide because of that like backlash that people get over it. KB Investigates, thank you for becoming a rabbit friend, my love. Thank you for becoming a member. But CL, you're absolutely right. Like we do need to be mindful, and everybody has different religious beliefs and stuff like that. Because it's so painful to think of that, but I'm just bringing a different idea to the situation as well. But thank you, KB, for becoming a member. Yeah, me too, Bixina. Trust me. And I'm making sense of it all as I go, throughout life. It was stormy that night before that morning with more storms in the forecast. The thing she bought at the store suggests cover for a night in the woods. That's what I thought. There was like a game or something. Are you sticking to murder? All right. All right. I know, right? So we will see what happens with this. I'm going to see if the report is public and maybe we can talk about it here respectfully, obviously. I have not seen the interview with the daughter. Now I'm kind of curious about that. But I guess they're looking at this case a little bit different, and as they should. You know what I'm saying? They definitely should give a different perspective to this, and hopefully if justice needs to be served, it needs to be served. You know what I'm saying? Bring some justice and light and truth to this crime if a crime occurred. All right. That being said, though, guys, I'm having to head out because Baby Bunny, are you awake? Are you teething? Do you have something to say to the people? Do you have something to say to the people? Do you want to say hi, members? Hi, subbies? Can't wait for her to start talking. So she could really start speaking out. Right, Mama? You going to give commentary? She says she's going to give commentary. That's what we're going to do with Baby Bunny. We will do a true crime side by side with Baby Bunny, right? No? She's shaking her head. She is shaking her head. Baby Bunny's in the house. All right, guys. You guys have a great... No? Okay. Well, all right. She said no, not today. She's teething. So clearly that's painful. Not today. You guys have a great rest of your afternoon. I'm going to head out. Make sure you hit that like button. And thank you so much for joining. Shout out to the new members. Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Rabbits out.